here to a special program. I'm not sure if all the boys and girls up front here know why they're here, but they're going to learn very quickly why they're here in just a few seconds. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce to you some members of our Kiwanis Club. Mr. Pappas is here today, and Mrs. Walt. Mrs. Walt just came in. Thank you. They're here to join us for this. And boys and girls, you are here today because you are going to receive a Terrific Kids Award today. So let's give all of our kids a big round of applause. Now, boys and girls, on your awards, it talks about a couple of different things. And it tells you what each of the letters of terrific stands for. But I want to talk to you a little bit about what that means for us here and how your teachers who nominated you for this very special award see you and what you do in your classes. So the T in terrific is thoughtful. So the fact that your teachers see you as all students who are thoughtful and think of one another and think of how to treat each other and your teachers is one of the reasons why you've been selected today. Enthusiastic. We know definitely when we watch you walk down the halls, when you come in the morning, and when you leave in the afternoon, and everything in between. You are very enthusiastic about being here, about doing your work, and trying your very best. Respectful. That's very important. And respectful is not only the way in which that you treat the adults in the building, but also the way that you treat one another. That you treat each other with respect, and you treat each other the way that you want to be treated. And that's important. Responsible. Each one of you shows that you are responsible. You come to school every day. You do your very best. You do your work in class. You do your homework. You bring your materials back and forth. And then responsible at home. Packing up your lunchbox and your backpack. And cleaning your room and doing the laundry. And cleaning up after dinner. Because we know you do all of that too. Right, moms and dads? We can dream. Influential. Now that's a big one. The way that I like to describe that is, you have influence over your peers. That when your friends see you doing the right thing, they try to do the right thing too. And that's a very important characteristic to have. Friendly. I know that every one of you are all super friendly kids. When I walk down the hall, come by, you have a high five or a fist bump for me, you always are willing to say good morning, have a nice day, and I see you all at arrival and dismissal and you know, all points in between. Everyone is very, very friendly to the adults and to one another in the building. Here's a big one, impeccable. It says clean, neat, and nice to others. That's a very difficult quality. But what that means is that everything that you do your very best. You try your hardest. You make sure that your work is neat and organized and complete. And all of that shows that your character has incredible qualities. And the last part, which I think to me is one of the most important, if not the most important, is caring. And that is a quality that once you leave here and go to the middle school or high school or in your life way, way down the road, the ability or the characteristic to be caring of other people is really what's important. That's probably the most important thing that we can teach you here, is how to be caring towards one another. And I know that our community, our whole school, has demonstrated over and over again at so many different times during the year that we care about others, people within our school, people within our community. So those are all of the words, or all of the letters that correspond to what makes you terrific today. So once again, let's give them all a big round of applause. I'd like to bring up Mr. Pappas, who'd like to speak to the students a little bit about their awards.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning. Can you hear me? I'll talk out like this. Today is a really important day, and I don't know if you guys realize how important it is. The last word that a riddle first. An old riddle, you probably don't even have clocks like this in the normal window. Why did Silly Billy throw the clock out of the window? Anyone know the answer? Yes.
Because he wanted to see time fly.
Yes. People on this side of the room and the grown-ups know that you don't have to throw a clock out of the window anymore. It just flies pretty fast anyway. I remember when my son was in 6th grade. He's now junior in college. And they went on a class trip. And there was a boy that was sitting. My son was a kind of overly popular kid, too popular, got himself in trouble. He was too popular, probably. And there was a boy who wasn't that popular, and nobody cared for him. And they were sitting around a sandbox one night. And I don't mention his name, I'll call him Michael. Michael was sitting across from my son. And another boy went up with a bucket of sand and went to pour it on Michael's head. And my son said, he was sitting with his friend, says, "Don't do that. Michael's my friend." And Michael sat down there and sat next to my son Timmy. And they became really good friends, and this boy, Michael, had an ally and a friend. Just one. Let me tell you about this kid, Michael. He was a little chubby and he had kind of wild hair. His brother will tell you all these stories about why he didn't fit in. Michael ended up playing on the MacArthur football team. Michael sang at Carnegie Hall. And Michael is at a very prestigious college right now. And to this day, and my son Timmy's a very good kid, he's in college, but he got his share of mischief growing up. And she says that without my son Timmy taking Max, saying he's my friend, he wouldn't have done all this. So one little thing that you do, being a friend to somebody, caring about somebody, makes such a big difference. I want to thank you guys for being caring and understanding.